welcome back. Of course, tonight, Tuko on Say What. And you know what, like I said when I started the show, we appreciate all the viewers, the fans of the show who I normally meet and you're like, napenda Pastor Su, napenda Say What. I always tune in. I really appreciate you guys. And thank you for staying with us the whole year. You know, oh my gosh, it's been a year. So before, of course, we close the year, tonight we actually are taking stock of some of the best topics that we've had here on the show. I'm sure people will have favorite. Actually, you know what? On our question of the day, it's not really a question. Just tell us what it is that you've enjoyed so much about Say What this year. If it's a lesson you've learned, if it's something that has changed about your life, your marriage, your relationship with your children, just because of the conversations we've had here. Of course, the things that Pastor Swanongeanga. If you guys have felt that impact of the show, please do share with us. Tell us how, of course, Say What has changed your life this year. We'll appreciate to see what you have to say. So as we wait for Pastor Su and Pastor Munene, who are almost here, I think unaka traffic sana. Watu wanaanza kuenda huku na huku na huku. I'll, of course, introduce Lydia Karemi. Good to see you, girl.
Good to see you too, Betty.
Thank you so much. You look fantastic.
Thank you so much.
I love it, the dress, everything. And yes, the end of the year. Lydia has been with us, of course, for quite a number of shows. She's a psychologist. And first of all, how has your experience been just being on Say What?
I think this is one of those, the first time I received the invite.
Yeah.
I was like, I wasn't very sure that how the experience would have been. But let me say, I've really enjoyed.
Okay.
And leave alone being invited and coming in and having conversations, but even listening in to the different topics Pastor Su and yourself have been bringing up.
Yes.
I've really, really enjoyed. And I cannot wait to see how 2026 looks like.
I know we've tackled so much in the year. I don't know what direction we'll take, but I'm sure of course we have so much to talk about still.
Yeah.
But what can you say has been your greatest impact? I mean, like for me, every time like I'm out there, you know, there are fans who say like, you know, I watched this show and I loved it. What do you think, or what do you want to believe has been the impact from your contribution to the show, to people who've been watching?
Thank you. Thank you so much for that, Betty. Amazingly, today I happen to have had a meeting with a lady who happened to have listened in to the topic when you're talking about the dating and under pressure.
Yeah.
And for some reason, we had a conversation around it.
Oh, nice.
And the part or the bit that she picked was when I mentioned that if I was to go back, I wouldn't have gotten married at 24.
I remember that point. I remember that one so well.
Yes, and she actually asked me, Lydia, please help me understand. Why would you not have gotten married at 24? And one, because by the time at the age of 24, your brain is not fully matured.
Yes.
The prefrontal cortex, which is the logic meaning brain, is not fully developed.
Yes.
And therefore, your decisions might, or in most cases, can be quite subjective instead of being objective.
Okay, got you.
And in my opinion, I now at a personal level, I feel like there are quite a number of decisions that I made within my first 10 years of marriage that I think I would have made differently regarding my purpose, my profession, decisions, childbearing decisions. I think so much.
I love that.
So I thank God for these 5 years. However, I feel like maybe there are different choices and decisions I would have made had I gotten married when I was a bit mature.
Yes. I remember that conversation so well, and it's so nice that you say it. Because, you know, for me, actually, when we were preparing for the show with my lovely producer, Eunice, you know, I think my thinking was skewed. It was like, yeah, you know, everybody should be hooked up and everybody should be dating and everybody should be getting on their ways, getting married. But that conversation we had about a single and under pressure really changed my perspective, because it's like, actually, people should first know who they are before getting into these things. And I think my brain was just, you know, my thinking was just opened up in a very nice way to know that, you know what, actually it's very okay for people to be single and, you know, to be single and even not searching, to just be on their own trying to figure themselves out.
So true. And, you know, the factor about identity.
Yes.
I was looking at the topics that have been discussed here at Say What.
Yeah.
And amazingly, most of them come back to identity. All right. When you talk about alcoholism, professionalism, when we talk about the Wababa Manenos,
menas.
When you talk about marriage myths,
at
the end of the day, it boils down to individuality. And individuality is the art of understanding who you really are, finding your identity, and actually shaping or making decisions based on how you've identified yourself as a person. Understanding your personality and your temperament. Understanding your strengths and weaknesses. Understanding your trauma responses and even attachment styles and triggers, as you're saying. So when you take your time in this single space to know who you really are, to heal the wounds. Some of us have serious attachment wounds, or you know, the adverse childhood experiences that need to be healed. Take your time to heal. Take your time to grow and self-develop financially, emotionally. You know, that is the stage when you learn how to self-regulate your emotions. That is the time when you learn even to make choices and stand by those choices, because it is not automatic.
Yes, absolutely.
Sometimes you get into marriage, Betty, and you try to make decisions, and of course now you've got a partner who has a joy, and who also has a voice
and an opinion, and they should be heard.
And he should be heard. But in real sense, you need to have gotten to a point where you're safe. You believe in yourself. You believe in your values. You've identified them and you believe in them for you to stand and even fight for them in the marriage relationship.
Got you.
So self-worth, understanding, self-awareness is really critical during that time of singlehood.
I think that is one of the things that actually, that's knowing yourself. Even Salano, you know, with the wife burial, that's actually one of the topics they really emphasize. Self-awareness, self-introspection, everything, self-regulation, everything, and just knowing the things, like knowing oneself, because these days, you know, we're influenced by so many things, whether it's social media, or you see Betty doing this, Betty doing that, you see Lydia doing this, maybe in church, whatever, and you're influenced with that. So as we finish on that, what can you, in a nutshell, for somebody who's watching, maybe they missed that show, how can they start to know, to go through this journey of, okay, now kumbe Betty akikasirika, I know nakuanga hivi, so maybe I should, you know, change this or know this about myself. How does somebody go about knowing who they are?
All right. So there are quite a number of factors, factors that someone can consider. You will not know who you really are and how you behave or how you act if, Betty, you do not spend time with yourself.
And people are scared of that. You know that.
We are scared of ourselves. We are.
I don't even know why we're scared of us. You can't even go for lunch alone. Like for me, I don't even think it's something I can do up until today.
Really?
I think we're so scared of ourselves.
No gadgets, no pen, no nothing. It's Betty and Betty.
Problem. Maybe I should try that this December.
Yes. So we need to learn to get used and to get comfortable with being with ourselves, being our own company. It is when you're seated, reflecting and meditating on yourself that you get to realize, wait a minute, kumbe this is a weakness for me. Kumbe this is a struggle for me. Now, the other way you get to know who you really are is by interacting with people. People will always give you feedback.
Oh, is it?
And especially genuine people.
And not just everybody.
Not just everybody. There are people who will give you feedback specifically to criticize you, to make you feel bad about yourself, and to bring your self-esteem down because maybe they are jealous of you, envious and all that. Now, I'm not talking about that breed of people.
Absolutely.
But there are those people that God has just set apart to support you and to walk journeys with you. And out of 100, you will not lack one or two.
Na si lazima kuwe wengi.
Si lazima kuwe wengi. Just a few that are genuine, and you will know, your spirit will just connect with such.
Got you.
So give people an opportunity to give you feedback. Like now, whenever we do shows like the one we're having here, there are people who tell me, but then Lydia, I listened to you. In my opinion, you would have said this, or in my opinion, you would have.
Yes, absolutely.
Or you can grow yourself in this particular direction. You can consider adding more to your profession. Now, such kind of people help you understand yourself even better.
All right.
Now, the other way is if take your time to do self-analysis. Betty, whenever you do your let's say your New Year's resolutions, like we're going to do them. By the end of the year, you'll be able to tell us were you able to fix to follow through in terms of your resolutions or not, and that will tell us so much about your personality. That will tell us about even the struggles you've had along the way. That will tell us a lot about your weaknesses and even your strengths. So do self-analysis based on your performance, and I think with that, that will be enough. Now, the next thing you do is normalize therapy. I'm a counseling psychologist.
Yeah, that is one of the things people also are scared about, therapy.
Yes.
Me, I don't need any help, you know?
Yes. Let's normalize therapy. When people come to me, sometimes they come not understanding who they really are, not knowing where to begin. And I have made it an intention that whenever somebody comes or falls on my hands, because I take time to pray for my clients. Individually, you get it? And whenever they come in, I ensure that I help them understand who they are. I help them process their traumas. I help them set their goals and person develop. Those are major components I look at and into when I'm taking people through therapy. So therapy will help you. It will open you up to so many things, and that way you get to know who you really are.
I think one of the resolutions as we're planning for 2026, you know, God willing, you know, for God to give us life, one of the things, tujijue. Thank you so much. All right, so Lydia, thank you for carrying us, of course, through. And our lovely superstar. Okay, look, superstars are here. Pastor, hey, you look nice.
Thank you.
Wow.
How
are you?
Thank you so much.
Pastor, how are you? Good to see. That's a palm handshake.
Thank you so much.
Say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody. Wow. Here we are.
Here we are.
We have missed you.
We have missed you.
Weekend, but today we are here.
We are here.
We are so glad together with my sweetheart.
Hey.
It's going to be a great show for every one of us.
Absolutely.
We have come with a lot of energy together with Karemi.
Say hi to me.
How are you, dear? My queen, congratulations.
I
saw. I'm so glad.
I hadn't seen it.
I hadn't seen it. Imagine.
How? I'm sure everybody was like, Pastor Sue must have sensed it.
I sensed it, but I said,
thank you for the right time.
The right time is now.
The right time is here. Thank you so much.
Wow.
Karibu.
Hey, but you're looking so gorgeous.
Thank you so much. Thank you, karibuni.
Ina feel ni kama tumekuja Christmas kwangu sasa.
Wow.
Salamu.
Wow, thank you.
So nice having you guys. How's everything? You paka mmematch. Look at that. It looks so good.
Ni kupangwa.
You look amazing.
Wow, thank you so much.
How's everything? Christmas?
Everything is okay. Christmas is good. We are here. You know, now when you're in the medical field, like my wife is, and I'm a pastor, somehow you are still on standby.
Thank you.
You know, the work of a pastor is like it's a full-time job.
When people still come for us to pray, to ask for forgiveness,
you
that
know,
so they are still sinning.
The end of the year is coming. You have to think about the next year, what you want to be done and all that. You know, for her also, she's very busy in the medical facility. People have been planning to see her all through. And this is now the holiday, the opportunity. To see
even diaspora or Africa, they said, nikifika Kenya, Pastor Sue.
Thank you.
For us, it's just a few hours, one day, and then we are just back.
I love that. Pastor Sue, how are you doing?
I'm excellent. I'm awesome. I'm so happy to see that we have finished the year very strong. We started the show very well. Say what? From the beginning of 2025, and now we are coming to the close. And I'm so happy to have met also Karemi.
I know, she's amazing.
Such a vibe, very brilliant. I just love you. Thank you so much for the impact that you have so many people and the people that you are helping, my dear.
Thank you.
You never know what the many things you have stopped in families and in the lives of people by just sharing your wisdom.
I love
Thank you so much. And I also want to thank you, Betty. You've been such a wonderful host.
To make up as some of them are so heavy with how we live and goes down a conversation. Because of how many people are waiting to hear from you guys. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much.
Wow.
And I have to say thank you to you guys.
Thank you
You've
so
been
much.
amazing.
You've been amazing.
I love it. You know, I was telling my audience, like,
Yes.
I normally go out there and watch my summer, Akile show. Say what?
Say,
Pastor
wow.
Su. They love you out
They
there.
love it.
Hata nilikuwa nasema basi unafaa tukupata show hapa Titi.
Wow, thank you so much.
So we can have you.
Wow.
So guys, tonight we're discussing, of course, the whole year.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
It has been an amazing one, especially here on Say What. People have changed lives.
It is true.
People have learned, all of us, including even Karimi was saying the same thing. Before we start, I don't know, maybe let me start with you, Pastor Mnene.
Yes.
What do you think is the impact this show has had on people out there? Knowing that you talk to people in church, you meet people at Clay City. What do you think is that impact the show has had so far?
Thank you very much, Betty.
Yes, yes.
There is a lot of knowledge and wisdom
that
has been coming through this show. And when we began, I was like, you know, say what? What exactly are we going to be doing here?
Even the name.
Yes. You know, I thought it's more of like a she kind of a...
Oh, yes.
You know, discussion.
Like a female kind of thing.
Yes, a female kind of a discussion. Little, as we kept on progressing, did I now see now the other part about this program?
Yes. Oh, yes.
And Betty, for sure, I can tell you, the impact this show has on parenting, on marriage.
Wow.
People who are suffering mentally,
Oh, yes.
especially mental issues, which have really risen so much in the recent, you know, weeks and months.
Yes, yes.
It's beyond what one can quantify, you know.
Yes.
This is one show. Whenever we go out there to minister, people will tell us, do you know what?
Oh.
We wait and we watch this show every Saturday.
Wow. Wow.
This show has become a point of healing,
Imagine that.
reconciling people.
Oh, yes.
And about a few weeks ago, we went to minister in Machakos.
Yes.
And this one is very important for you to hear this.
Tell me.
Yes.
And we met this woman.
Yes.
And she said, can you just give me a few seconds? I said something to you. And you know, we are guest speakers. We have been taken in. And I told her, okay, let me just give you a few minutes.
Yes, yes, you're busy.
And then she said, you know what? I want to thank God because of your wife, Pastor Sue. And the show she hosts every Saturday.
Wow.
Because if it were not for that show, listen to this.
Yes.
I will be dead right now.
Angekuwa amejiua na yeye na watoto.
That's what she told us.
That's what she said.
She told us because of this program, she is alive.
And the husband and the children.
And I said,
alikuwa anataka kufagilia familia mzima. She had mentor. She were going a lot of very hard moment with the husband. So I think she just wanted to finish this marriage forever.
Oh my goodness.
Exactly. And I said, Betty, you may not know the impact, you know, what is happening outside there.
Yes.
When you bring such kind of, you know, people, they sit here for only those few minutes. It makes a whole difference.
Oh, yes.
And let me say, I think this program is one of those programs that 2026, we are looking forward now to another level.
Big,
wow.
You know, bigger with an audience, something bigger.
Yes, because this has become a big thing to Kenyans, to many people, not just parents, not just teenagers, not just pastors. You have brought everybody.
Everybody's here.
Doctors have come here, counselors have come here.
Oh, yes.
You know, and I'm so grateful to God because of what actually you are doing.
Thank you.
And we are glad being part of your story.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Oh, preach, Pastor. Thank you so much. Say what?
Yes.
No, I'm so humbled, honestly, to hear those stories. I mean, I'm sure there's so many people whose lives have changed because of you guys. It's not that they can't say, but they watch and they are even watching right now. Pastor Sue, being the star of our show,
my goodness.
I'd like to hear your the impact you think the show has had.
Thank you.
And also with the thing that she's so passionate about.
Yes.
Clay City, you know, people are getting healed. People are getting healed. Are they seeking counseling,
treatment,
health treatment?
Yes. I want to say that Say What has been the best show ever. I've never been in any other TV show that has blessed my life and blessed us the people that listen to us like this show. And I want to say that one of the greatest impact this show has had is me personally. My life has changed.
Wow.
There's a way my wiring has also been changed because it doesn't work because you teach. It doesn't work because you tell others. It works because you are a doer. You practice the same principles.
You have to
that's what we have comes talking with Pastor Munene, and I was telling him how God can help us, that the things we tell people out here to do for their relationship and marriage, we can also practice them in private. Because she will know, most of the counselors, most of the people who are in the limelight, they struggle with the same things they stand for.
They do.
Why? It doesn't work because you tell others. It works because for you, you're also doing it in your private life. And for me, that has been my mirror. What I tell people is that what I do. You get that? Am I also improving? Because it's not just impacting people. Has my life also been changed by the show? I also want to thank you so sincerely from my heart, Betty, for being the best host for this show.
Well, thank you.
And when we come here, she can tell you we are very comfortable with the way you handle us. You're able to read our mind, even provoke us to thinking to a higher level. And also our producer, Eunice, knows how to get the right guests for every topic and every show. And topics that are just amazing. I think Eunice is just a blessed woman and very brilliant woman. And also the panelists that have been coming here have learned a lot. And not just only impacting people, but I've also learned a lot.
Absolutely.
When it comes to our medical facility, because of this show, it has really made us, to also get to know so many people and help them medically, psychologically. I'm able now to refer people, because I'm not able to do now counseling. Mine is more now of more treatment. More than even counseling.
We are not able to do counseling.
We can only now refer, to Karemi.
Why is it that you cannot do counseling?
Because the patients are more.
A lot of business coming in.
So I'm so happy to have known her and known other people who have come for this show now, because I'm able to give them clients. Because now for me, I'm now majoring with what I do, what I've always done for the last 25 years, treating the patient. And I want to say that this has been a show that has impacted my life, my spiritual life, my marriage. Our relationship has been better 2027. I think that consistency every week when we come here and share the wisdom and also hear the feedback from our listeners, that has really changed my mind. And so I appreciate you. I appreciate TV47. Mine is to say, let's say what? Remain forever.
Absolutely. Amen to that. We approve that message, and I'm sure we will. I'm sure it's going to be like this. Thank you, guys. So before you guys came, we were talking about some of the best topics and some of the impactful topics we've had. So there's one that we handled with Lydia, and it was really about singlehood. I don't know, Pastor Sue, if you were that.
We were there together.
You were there. And the thing that came out, Pastor, because you were not there, but I'm sure you were watching.
Most likely, I follow a lot.
You follow everything because of your sweetheart. You know, the thing that, just briefly on that, it was the comfort people should have when it comes to singlehood. Because even when I knew I was going to be handling that topic, I thought like everybody should be hooked up, everybody should be getting married, everybody should be in a relationship. But now from the conversation that we had that day, my thinking changed, because it was like, before even you embark on this thing, first unafaa kujijua, and it's actually a blessing being single. I don't know what you think about that, Pastor.
I think it is very important to know yourself and accept the way you are. Now, I remember also in one of the many topics that we were handling, there was one about, I think, myths about marriage. You know, I can also combine that with that. Because most of people, they think that when you come into marriage, marriage will complete you.
Absolutely. That's one of the best topics, best lessons.
Exactly. But you know what, Betty, and my dear sister Lydia, marriage does not complete you.
Anyone.
It will never complete anyone. Vile huko ndivyo unakujanga. And if you don't understand who you are, that now self-awareness, and accept yourself the way you are, marriage will never actually, complete you or give you anything that you are not. And so it's important to understand why are you coming to marriage, or why are you doing what you are doing. It's like some other people also who believe that maybe when they get children, that they'll be happier in marriage.
There you go.
Or money.
Myth.
Or money.
Or money. Or fame.
You know, later you come to understand when children come, they come with responsibility. They come with a lot of commitment. So you come to realize, you thought when you get your second born, your third born, your fourth born,
you'll be fulfilled.
You'll be fulfilled. It doesn't fulfill anyone. So I will say this. It is important to understand who you are. and you get that contentment. The word of God says that godliness with contentment is great gain.
Okay.
And that's the most important thing.
Wow.
If you're not contented the way you are, even when you get married, even when you it will not complete you.
Okay.
You still to be trying to discover yourself. And nobody can help you discover who you are if you don't do it by yourself and by the word of God.
Wow.
You understand?
Wow.
So
Could
for
you repeat
me,
that verse again? I think it's so profound.
1 Timothy 6:6. Yeah.
Yes. 1 Timothy 6:6. Godliness with contentment is
the greatest gain.
Wow. Oof, that's powerful. That's powerful.
That's powerful.
I love that. Thank you for that, Pastor Munene.
Thank you.
Let me just look at some comments, because Dimingi, let's not leave our audience behind. Betty and the guests, I've learned a lot from these tremendous lessons. May you go higher in the coming year. I'm a better version of myself. That's Felix Malesi from Vihiga. Wow, that's amazing. Another one here, you get to know yourself when you start being yourself. That's Joksi from Tanzania. Somebody saying, I love the program about narcissism. I discovered that my husband and my daughter are narcissists, and I learned how to help them.
Wonderful.
That's Gladys from Nanyuki. Thank you.
Amazing.
Hello, Betty. Say, what topics on marriage throughout the year confirms that there is no fixed or common curriculum for all marriages?
Yes.
The key factor to thriving marriages is understanding, forgiveness, and intentions for both partners to make marriage institution thrive. That's Chepnyonyi Arap from Kericho.
Wonderful.
Wow. Say, what has been beautiful? I don't miss it. Thank you so much for our beautiful Betsy, beautiful Sue, and our great dad, Pastor Munene.
Wow.
Thank you so much for this platform. TV47, personally, the topics are always lit. Keep the fire burning. Let me just take one more here. Hi, Betsy. I have been in a 4 years relationship, and this year the guy cheated on me twice. I have not been able to move on. My name is Shi. I'm watching from Wayakiwe. Okay, thank you, Shi, for that. We'll see how to tackle that for you later. But Karemi, also coming to you, there's a topic that we talked about, children and parenting.
Parenting.
And you remember that one?
Oh, yes.
Pastor Sue, I think you
I remember.
the power play in homes.
Yes.
I want to just tell us something briefly before we get to Pastor Sue about that.
Yes.
Do you feel the impact was felt? And from the comments, the power play with children in the home today. How serious it is.
Actually, I think that is one of the topics that is rarely or has rarely been discussed.
Okay.
But from the feedback that I got, quite a number of parents, especially these millennial parents, there was a very great impact that was that there was. And one of the things that was coming out so strongly is that our parenting styles are a manifestation of what is going on inside of us. We manifest our struggles. We manifest our skills inside of us through our parenting styles. Sometimes we mask ourselves by how we allow our children to maybe overstep, because many times parents who have self-esteem issues or who have issues with their own partners tend, because there's a lot of energy that is taken away when there are conflicts in the marriage relationship. So most parents do not have energy to actually guide and lead and direct the children,
because
they are really dealing with quite a lot. So when you look at the children, when you look at the behaviors of the children, I can always tell you, you're likely to tell how the couple is actually the system of the couple, because marriage is systemic. The system of the couple is doing. Now the power struggle, most of the children will tend to push limits based on how they are observing you. Children are very intuitive. They can see when you guys are struggling, and so they know I can push this boundary, I can push to this end. And therefore the one thing that came out quite strongly is that as parents we need to really look at ourselves. We need to look within, deal with our traumas, so that we do not release that to the children. Whether we are single parents, because every parent is a parent. Single parent, whether you're married, whether you're widowed or you're a widower, whichever position you're in, you're still good enough, but also check what is going on inside so that you can be able to lead and parent your children.
Absolutely. Yeah. Pastor Sue, is that one of the topics that was good for you to talk about?
Yes.
Parenthood, disciplining children. I remember one of the lessons that you said was never shout, at each other, never shout out your firstborn, never punish your firstborn, with the other kids around, and also don't correct your partner when, one of the partners
I love that.
is
You got a lot.
I've been practicing these things at home.
Amazing.
Yeah, so that was so many lessons, I can tell you.
Yes.
You think that's one of the best topics?
It was one of the best topics, and I want to thank Karimi once more.
Yeah.
I think I've found her a very amazing woman.
Yes.
There's a lot of wisdom in Karimi that we can tap from her, and that day she made it very easy for us.
Yes.
And as she has said, I will still echo the same, that children are a reflection of us, because you can't give what you don't have. And one of the things that we need to do 2026 is to look at the areas of our improvement as parents and face the me, face the Sue, the inward Sue, and identify areas of improvement. Because every person, no matter who you are, there is an area you need to work on. If it is the emotional intelligence that you need to work on, our psychological state, as she has said, because our relationship with Pastor Munene will be reflected to our children. And so you find, as she has said, because of that gap, because nature does not allow vacuum. The children are coming in because they can tell there is a vacuum here, because what daddy says is not what mommy says. And so this is very important for every parent to understand that during parenting, you guys have first of all to talk if there is a matter. And one of the things I have found most of the parents doing, they're even fearing their sons and daughters because they don't know the reaction. For example, you have this son or this daughter who was in campus, right now anasema ataki kusoma. So parents don't know how to handle that. You feel like you really want to exert that dictatorship. And it doesn't work with our with our Gen Z. And so one of the things I would encourage the parents, and please, I want to repeat this with a lot of humility, learn to go for therapy. I don't know why people fear therapy.
People fear therapy.
People fear, they feel like you have a mentor. Wanaona kama wewe ni mogoroki, kama it's like you are mad. No, therapy is, you don't go because you are sick. It's because you are not wired to have all the solutions. Even us and Pastor Munene, we seek guidance from other counselors on matters. And it's just one thing and you're like, bona sikuona hii. So we really have to demystify that 2026 to tell the parents. It is very, very, very important, and it's a sign of strength when you see a parent, even who is a counselor, going to another counselor and asking them, I have this challenge, what can I do? When we come together, because we said parenting has no script, just like marriage has no script. We share principles. There's something that Karimi knows. There's something I've known now after raising adults. I can be able to share, and we compare notes. And so from there, we learn from each other. And I want to let the parents know that there is still hope for us. But what we need to do is to work with the inner self. We work on the childhood emotional traumas that we went through when we were children, when we were teenagers, and even now that we are adults. And I want to say to all the couples who are listening to us, the challenge we have is that there is no emotional connection between a husband and a wife. When Pastor Munene does not understand the emotional wiring of Sue, we'll keep having conflict because he will handle me like himself. I'll handle him like myself. So you find there is a lot of conflict that comes in, and when that conflict is not well solved, it also reflects into the children, because we will shout in front of the children. They will hear this commission with the dad and mom, and they want to know what is it. Kumbe, it is because we have not healed. We have not known how to handle each other. And so that wisdom comes when you learn, because everything is learning. We keep on learning every day. And for me, that was so powerful, especially talking to the children and letting them know that we can also listen to them, because our children, when you don't listen to them, they can close up and give you a lot of psychological, stress. You find even the parents are not okay. And one of the things that we need to know, that something has to be spoken to get a solution. Things don't work just by themselves. Ati kuna shida ya mtoto, it will solve itself. No. A husband and a wife must sit down and then make sure that you don't talk in the house. When you want to talk something very sensitive to your daughter or your son, learn to go out. And children are very cheap. Chips,
kidogo tu,
na soda, na sausage. You get that.
Exactly.
And after you have eaten, you can tell them, you are coming here because we thought we'd want to hear your thoughts concerning this matter. Allow the child to be. And avoid being, don't shout. We have said this over and over again. Parents, don't shout at your children. Because the part that, and my sister would agree with me, Karimi, the frontal cortex does not hear a shouting mother, a yelling mother. You know, you stimulate the brain to operate on the amygdala, and amygdala deals with the threat, with the fear. So unaona mtoto tu anakusikiza, but that person is not getting, you know, is not getting the instructions and the guidance that comes from the parents. And so there's a lot to learn and to undo so that our parents can grow, our children can grow emotionally, psychologically, and physically fit. And we let our no be no and let our yes be yes, but you don't have to shout, you don't have to make tantrums as a parent, just be firm, you know, and show them the consequences. You getting that? Show them the consequences in the next 20 years, 30 years, what this has to do. You get that? It may not make sense now, but later, by and by, these children will become very powerful. So it's a matter of guiding them by talking, and don't get tired of them. And let's stop telling the children, see, tuliongea last week, see, tuliongea last month. No. Repetition is the mother to perfection.
Exactly.
Repetition is the mother of perfection. If you want your daughter and your child to be perfected in a certain area, say as though you have never said it, yet you have said it 30 times.
Nilikuambia jana.
Usiwahi sema nilikuambia. Hapana mtoto. Na si. Thank you, Pastor Munene.
All that.
Si nashindanga kukuambia. Never start a statement. Just begin higher. This thing, I think the best way we need to handle it, and you have handled it over and over again. So that children don't feel like they are in a very compactive environment where they are forced to do things. Because by so doing, we are also reducing their willpower to be able to make reasonable decisions that involves their lives. You're getting that? Like, because I want to give an example. I deal with men.
Tell me about
99% of my patients are men and involving sexuality. But this man of God has never questioned me.
Not even once.
Mbona mmekaa na huyo patient for 3 hours? Ni mlikuwa mnaongea? He doesn't. Because of that, it's like I get more revelation, more insight on doing what I'm doing. Every day is like I'm improving. Why? I feel I'm supported. And he says, have they been helped? Hey, you've taken a lot of time, but I hope they have been helped. You see? But not the other way around. So the same thing, that emotional support of showing the partner, even if you feel they have really overdone, of telling, I hope you have helped them enough. You see, but if he tells me, hey, mlikuwa mnaongea na huyo mwanaume, mmekaa sana, that gives me fear. So I'll be wondering, is Pastor Munene around? So the same way, the way it affects a husband and a wife is the same way with our children. Be firm, direct them, have norms in the family, say this is what should be done, this should not be done. And when we do that, we are going to have a very healthy children. Let them also express themselves. There are 3 things I see Pastor Munene practicing with our children. Discussion, negotiation, mediation, and interaction. You get that?
Hey, those are,
you interact with your children, you negotiate with your children, you discuss. You get the point? And interact. Just have a session of interaction. Let them share their thoughts. By so doing, you bring up very strong children. Yes, sir.
Let me add something here.
Sure.
That one of the best ways I've realized when you want to correct your children, don't correct them when you are angry, when you are bitter.
Oh, amazing.
You know?
Yes.
And that's a trap most of the parents fall into. Because when you are angry, when you are bitter, you are not sober. You are not in your right mind. And most of the time, you get it wrongly. And so, as a parent, I am learning, and I have learned that even when my sons, my daughter, they have done something, I gather myself.
Maybe that's what he does.
You know? And they don't correct something. That time I feel like I want him to sit down here and I want to pass a point, and if you don't get it, you're not sleeping in that kind of a thing.
No.
And that's where most of us, we get it wrong. And especially when you are provoked by your children. Before even you do anything, sit down and ask yourself, what is the best answer for me to give? The same case even with marriage. You know? Sometimes when you are angry, you are bitter, the things that you say, you'll be like, and what did I tell her? You begin like, wait a minute. Is there a correlation between now me and what I said here? You say, no, I think I handled her in a long way. When you are angry, when you are bitter. So don't avoid correcting them when you are angry, when you are out of your mind, agitated.
Frustrated.
Exactly. Sit down, even if it's 1 or 2 days later. now call your son. And she has said, go out somewhere.
Go out.
Okay? Don't correct him or her within that environment
of home.
Exactly. Go out there and buy some chips and then begin to talk.
Okay.
And then pass your point slowly by slowly.
Okay.
But also remember this, in parenting, there is a lot that the children will watch from you more than they hear.
So it's from what the monkey see, monkey do.
Thank you. Learned a lot.
I've learned so much.
Yes.
You should send an invoice.
Oh, amazing.
That is the beneficiary of
I think
Hey.
they are the biggest
You're going to raise very powerful children.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I love that. Okay.
Yeah. So that's my take on that.
Okay, I love that. And you mentioned something, of course, to do with marriage. And one of the messages there has rightfully said that marriage has actually been one of the biggest, topics that we've handled here.
Oh, yes.
And actually, if you look at the messages, it's all about forgiveness. It's all about I want to divorce this person. Alinifanyia hivi. So what do you think about the marriage? I know it's a huge, huge topic.
Yes.
But what is it that we can leave our audience with regard to marriage, with forgiveness?
Yes.
The things that Pastor Sue and Pastor Munene talk about.
Yeah.
Don't shout at each other.
Yeah.
Don't be, respect your man. I know you always say respect your man.
Yes.
I love your wife and all that. What do you think about that, Lydia?
Thank you so much, Betty. There is one of the marriage myths that there is, that whenever there is conflict in a relationship, then it's a sign that the marriage is not okay, or that the marriage is broken. That is a myth. That is not true. Conflict is not a sign of a broken marriage. Conflict is a sign of a healthy marriage.
Oh, is it?
Yes. I love that.
Okay.
It's a sign of a healthy
marriage, because it means there's nobody who is pretending. All of us are real.
Okay. Yes.
We are allowing ourselves to be vulnerable in the relationship. Now, what you do with the conflict is what will determine whether this marriage will work or not.
Okay, got
all
you.
right?
Yes.
So it is very important whenever we are handling conflict. Number one, we do it very respectfully. And we do it from a point of, not from a point of blaming your partner, but from a point of trying to understand where your partner is coming from and then correcting them in love and with love. There is this myth about submission.
Yes.
That submission is for your wife to submit to you. You need to be very hard on them. You need to come
domineering.
You need to come shouting and
Yes,
proving yourself. No, a wife is going to submit where there is love, where there is kindness, where there is allowance to be emotionally vulnerable.
Yeah.
And even a man will only be able to love a wife where there is calmness, where they are validated, where there is emotional safety. So even in conflict resolution, it's very important for people to have a mindset, a reconciliation mindset. We are not solving the conflict to show or to prove that you're wrong. No, we are solving the conflict so that we can reconcile. So forgiveness is not about pretending or that whatever was done, it never happened.
Yes,
no, what we're trying to do is we are forgiving so that we can heal individually and so that we can love each other more and better. And in a way that pleases God.
That's powerful. Wow.
Something I'm thinking now before she can come in.
Yes.
Because that's her domain. When I listen to her, there's something that just picked in my heart. That forgiveness in marriage is what blood is to the body. It's like what blood is to the body.
Yes.
Wow.
Just like I cannot do without blood, I'll be dead. I'll be gone. There is no way in marriage I can do without forgiveness.
Not true.
If you try, that marriage will be dead.
Hakuna kucount.
Because there's no perfect couple.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's no perfect wife, no perfect husband.
Yes.
So what keeps you together is forgiveness.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's what
Even
I'm getting.
I and my wife here so. So many people, they look at us. They put us there at the top. A perfect couple.
Perfect couple.
No
issues.
A model. All that. And they give us very high rating. But what has made me to remain with this woman, and we've been together all these years,
Yes.
it is only one thing.
Forgiveness.
The art of forgiveness. To me, that is more important than anything else.
Wow.
Wow.
And regardless of how wrong she is or how correct she is, there are times I will say, I know it is not correct, but I embrace forgiveness for the sake of our family.
Wonderful.
You know, not everything that will be done and you feel that you're okay with it.
Yes, yes.
I will say it is like this.
Yes.
I'm a driver. I've been a driver in Kenya for many, many years. Betty, there are many times I'm on my right lane.
Yes, yes.
Okay? But another crazy Kenyan driver will come to my lane.
Yes.
Then ninaona hii ni lori inakuja.
Yeah, kweli.
I cannot say I am on my lane.
Oh.
I am correct.
That's right. Utakufa.
You get it? You will be knocked and you will die.
That's true.
And it will be forgotten.
That's the end.
So even when I'm in my lane, nitatorokea kwa bush kama naona sitaenda mahali pabaya for the sake of my that is exactly marriage for you.
Okay, that's the simplest.
Unaona mwenzako anakuja na vita. Wezi unamuondokea. Oh, it's not a sign of weakness.
No,
it's a sign of strength. Wewe.
Otherwise it will be dead on alive.
It will be head on collision. Head on collision and people you die.
And that's why many people, they keep on complaining, no, but I am light. Marriage is not an issue of being right. If you're seeking to be right, you will not have marriage.
Oh my God.
There are many times you have to forego your rights for the sake of your partner, so that you can accommodate them, so that you can understand them, so that you can bring them to the level where you are. So if you want to be right, it will take time before they are where you want them to be. And you're going to lose them by the end of the day. So you have to, okay, I know I'm right here, but let me say I am wrong, so that I'm able to win you and come you to myself.
Okay, that's another level. Thank you, Pastor Sue.
Wow.
Hey, okay.
Wow, I just want to say that marriage is really work.
Yeah. Do you guys fight? Do you guys have...
Oh my goodness.
Seriously?
Do it on a
weekly basis, daily basis.
We do it.
Ask Pastor Munene.
Even after all these years, there's no strategy to not just have...
No, why? There's something Pastor Munene said. There are two things you will never graduate.
Two things.
You will never graduate. Number one, you can't say that you know God fully. Number two, you can't say that you know your wife or your husband fully. The minute you know them, you have just begun again. That's why marriage is a mystery. That's why God is also a mystery. He's a wonder. Let me say, God is a wonder. You're getting that. And so one of the things I've also learned is to have that flexible mind. That today things gonna be, there's a way I know, then there's a way he turns. And I'm like, aya, ata iko. Because marriage is the only place where you discover you are true you. Marriage mirrors the inward you. Wachana na huyu wa mtu wa ndani. That's when you know you have no patience. That's when you know you have no love. You don't know how to care. You don't know even how to forgive. The things that we are preached and they look like they are easy. That's when you know you have confusion. Marriage can really mirror you. And when the purpose of mirroring you is so that you can also change in that area. Not to stay condemned and think that that is your state. Because there are people who are there but they also overcame. And so one of the things I would want all the couples to embrace, especially during this time of Christmas, please don't quarrel over gifts. Huku nunulia nguo, huku enda kwetu kufanya shopping. Because this is the confusion that is there. Last year we went to your home. Now you are telling me we go to kwani atuna. Don't have those things. I always say, look for what is appropriate for your family. Like 12th of December to imepita. We may have gone at Pastor Munene's. This time round, if you want us, we go on 25th. Let us go. Then 26th we can go.
Because this is the time that people argue about.
But learn to communicate. Don't just impose things to your wife. Learn to communicate, express what you feel, so that now we finish the year very strong. We don't start from a point of friction, as Pastor Munene is saying, and forgiveness, tension. You know, remember January is coming. School fees. We are now taking our children to school fees, rents, and all these things.
Absolutely.
So we need to have a lot of peace during this time, and let's spend, you know, in a very wise way. So January, when it comes, tusianze sasa kukimbia na stress zianze kukuja. I think it's just a matter of talking. Two cannot walk together unless they agree.
Okay.
You get the point.
Exactly.
So that agreement comes by us talking. And then another thing I would also challenge the couples as a New Year resolution.
Yes.
Please, when you are the two of you, avoid this gadget called the phone.
For real.
This thing has really messed. How can we be in bed and kila mtu ako kwa phone? And we have been...
That's a serious issue.
That's a serious thing that we need to work on as couples.
Yes.
Ameshinda kazini kwake, mimi nimeshinda hospitali na wagonjwa, tumeingia kwa bed. Badala even kwanza tufanye tuwatua kila mtu ako kwa phone. So this thing has really brought a lot of emotional disconnection. And when you disconnect emotionally as a couple, I tell you, that's where problems now begin, because you're not reading from the same script. So we have to be intentional about the gadget, the phone, and have that when we get into bed, let's talk about us, ourselves. And Leslie, there's something very important that you wanted to check. Kindly, next 2026, tukue intentional. Let's spend one time connecting, asking each other, how do you feel? Are you okay? Is there something that you wanted to share with me? Is there any clarity on this? You know, we communicate.
Yes.
Because when we communicate, as Pastor Munene says, we are going to be very united and we bring up very strong children who know daddy and mommy speaks the same language.
I love that.
Oh, yes.
And in this one, no matter what you grow, our time is much gone.
Yeah, time
just
is
say
done.
that in 1 minute.
Yes.
No matter the empires you build, and that's men, we are very good with that. Buy big cars, you know, big businesses over the seas and all that. And even we go out by the end of the year to plan about what need to be done. I think, to me, the greatest decision you can make as a family person is to grow your family, to grow your marriage, to grow your children. Have resolution. What do you want for your family 2026? How will you grow it? Where do you want to be? It's very, very important, because no matter what I build, and I build many things, if I don't build together with my children, it is all in vain.
Nothing.
It is all in vain. So let us have resolution to build our family as a number one resolution.
Priority. All right. Wow. Thank you so much. Well, time as always. I think we insist for more time. I know the boss is watching. Please, we just need more time for Say What. But thank you so much, Lydia, for joining us. Thank you, Pastor Mnene. Pastor Sutra Maliza na wewe sai. But let me just sample one or two messages. Hello, I recognize the program for being a game changer. In fact, I'm a fan and I've learned a lot, especially through Pastor Munene and her husband. Congratulations, Betty, it is your year. All the best. Thank you. This is a show one cannot afford to miss. Thank you so much. I like the topic of parents' relationship with children. I am a victim and always lived with my dad as a hot-tempered guy due to school performance, something that has affected me to date. Felt all through Dad was a disciplinarian. That is Kelvin. You're saying thank you for the discussions. Well, we appreciate you guys so much. Pastor Sutu Malize show. This is it. This is it, Pastor Su.
Of Say What, without telling people that there is hope. One of the greatest joy in a husband and a wife is when your sexual life is okay. And when there is a challenge of premature ejaculation, mara unakuta ya kwamba joy gun ameanguka, all these things, it can bring a lot of emotional disconnection. So I want to talk to the men who are here, 2026, make it a resolution that you will come. If you have any challenge with erectile dysfunction, you have diabetes, hypertension, all these chronic condition, arthritis, we have a medical center that has been there for the last 25 years. I've been in the field for over 25 years in the medical field, treating the patient. We are located at Kasarani, Seasons Stage. The first right turn, you're going to see Clay City Medical Center. 2026 is our year to make sure that we increase children. Watoto wazaliwe kabisa na wanaume. To make sure that Watoa is on the higher level.
Absolutely.
And those who have infertility challenges, please women, reach us and we shall see how we can help you. And so I want to say, mine is to wish you a Merry Christmas and a happy 2026. And we take Watoa and we take our families very seriously. Make sure that we build this empire called the family, because without a family, there is no world. Thank you so much. My number is 0712-265-746, 0712-265-746. That's my personal number. You can text me, you can call me, and we're going to connect in Jesus' name. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Shawana tuna after Christmas. So be kind to one another. And of course, Merry Christmas. We love you so much from Say What. And yeah, good night. So, say what?
Say what?
Good night, guys.